Have you ever wondered if there's more to the universe than what meets the eye? Let's take a moment to ponder about the unseen universe. Imagine a vast cosmic sea filled not with stars and galaxies, but with something entirely different. Dark matter. Dark matter, a mysterious substance that neither emits nor absorbs light, is believed to make up about 85% of the universe. That's right. Most of the cosmos is composed of something we can't even see or detect with our current technology. It's like a cosmic ghost, influencing the universe in ways we can only begin to comprehend. This invisible entity shapes galaxies, bends light, and even holds the universe together, all while remaining completely elusive to our eyes and instruments. It's a cosmic enigma, a reminder that there's so much more out there than what we can perceive. So the next time you gaze at the night sky, remember that you're only seeing a fraction of what's out there. Do you feel overwhelmed when presented with too many options? This question might resonate with most of us, but have you ever thought why? The answer lies in a psychological phenomenon known as the paradox of choice. The term was coined by psychologist Barry Schwartz, based on the observation that while some choice is undoubtedly better than none, more is not always better than some. It's a curious conundrum that twists our conventional understanding of freedom and satisfaction. Imagine walking into an ice cream parlor that boasts 50 flavors. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, not quite. As you stand there, paralyzed by the plethora of options, you realize that this dream is more of a nightmare. You're stuck in a paradox. This is the paradox of choice. When we're presented with a multitude of options, we tend to get overwhelmed. This is because each additional option adds an extra layer of complexity to our decision-making process. We're suddenly burdened with the fear of making the wrong choice, the stress of evaluating each option, and the regret that perhaps there might be something better. Interestingly, this paradox extends beyond the ice cream parlor. It's everywhere. In our shopping malls, on our television screens, and even in our love lives. Every day we're bombarded with an avalanche of options, and it's exhausting. Research has found that when people are given too many choices, they often end up less satisfied with their final decision. They may even choose not to choose at all, resulting in inaction. It's like being caught in a whirlwind of possibilities, where the abundance of options becomes a source of stress rather than liberation. But here's the kicker. Having fewer choices can actually lead to greater satisfaction. It reduces the fear of missing out, eases the decision-making process, and ultimately leads to a happier experience. So, having fewer choices might actually make you happier. Quite surprising, isn't it? Ever feel like time is flying by or dragging on? It's a sensation we've all experienced, but what if I told you that how we perceive time is a complex illusion? Let's delve into this fascinating concept. Our perception of time is not constant. It can stretch or shrink, influenced by a variety of factors. Have you ever noticed how time seems to slow down when you're in a state of high alert or in a dangerous situation? This is because our brains are wired to absorb more information during these moments, creating the illusion of time dilation. Conversely, when we're relaxed, engrossed in an activity, or having fun, time seems to slip away from us. This is known as time's winged chariot, a phenomenon where our perception of time speeds up because our brain is not actively tracking each passing moment. Now let's talk about age. Ever heard the saying, time flies as you get older? It turns out this isn't just a saying, but a psychological reality. As we age, our perception of time appears to speed up. This is believed to be due to the fact that as we grow older, we have fewer firsts. Our brains pay more attention to new experiences, and when there are fewer new experiences, time seems to rush by. Mood, too, plays a significant role in our perception of time. When we're happy, time tends to fly, and conversely, when we're bored or melancholy, each tick of the clock feels like an eternity. But here's the kicker. Despite these varying perceptions, time, as we understand it, always ticks at the same rate. Seconds turn into minutes, minutes into hours with unwavering consistency. It's our brains that play tricks on us, altering our perception of its passage. So when you feel like time is either slipping through your fingers like grains of sand or crawling at a snail's pace, remember it's not time that's changing, it's your perception of it. So time isn't as straightforward as it seems. Could your mind be the most powerful medicine? This question might sound far-fetched, but it's not as outlandish as you might think. Let's delve into the fascinating world of the placebo effect. The placebo effect is a phenomenon where patients experience real changes in their health due to their belief in the effectiveness of a treatment, even when the treatment is nothing more than a sugar pill. Yes, you heard that right. A simple sugar pill, void of any medicinal properties, can sometimes have the same impact as an actual drug. But how does this happen? Surprisingly, it all comes down to the power of belief. When a person strongly believes that a treatment will work, their mind triggers the body's healing mechanisms. This belief can stimulate the release of endorphins, the body's natural painkillers, or influence the immune system in ways we don't fully understand yet. This phenomenon is not limited to just pills. Medical procedures, therapies, even the doctor's reassuring words can act as placebos. It's a testament to the incredible influence of our minds over our bodies. However, this doesn't mean we can simply wish away our illnesses. The placebo effect is complex and unpredictable. It varies from person to person and isn't powerful enough to cure serious diseases like cancer, but it's a valuable tool in the medical world, helping to improve patients' quality of life and complementing traditional treatments. What's even more fascinating is the nocebo effect, the evil twin of the placebo effect. If people believe a treatment will harm them, they may experience negative side effects, even when the treatment is harmless. It's like the placebo effect, but in reverse. Research into the placebo effect is still ongoing, and it's opening up new frontiers in our understanding of the mind-body connection. It's a reminder that our thoughts and beliefs can have a real, measurable impact on our physical health. So, as we continue to explore the depths of the human mind and its profound influence over our bodies, we're left with an intriguing question. Is our mind the most powerful medicine? It turns out, the mind's power over the body is more significant than we ever imagined. Do you know how long it takes for a plastic bag to decompose? Let's dive into that. Plastic, a material so ubiquitous in our lives, comes with an unnerving truth. It's incredibly persistent. From the plastic bag you receive at the grocery store to the straw in your drink, these everyday items have lifespans that far exceed our own. Consider this. A typical plastic bag, the one you might use to carry home your groceries, can take anywhere from 10 to 1,000 years to decompose. That's right, something as thin and seemingly harmless as a plastic bag could be around for up to a millennium. Now let's talk about plastic bottles, another common item in our daily lives. These bottles, often used just once before being discarded, can take an astounding 400 to 1,000 years to fully decompose. Imagine a single-use item persisting for centuries, silently contributing to the growing problem of environmental pollution. And then there are plastic straws. We use them for a few minutes, perhaps with a cold drink on a hot day, and then they're done, right? Wrong. Those few minutes of convenience translate into 200 years of persistence in the environment. It's not just about these items cluttering our landscapes and oceans. As they break down, they release harmful chemicals into the environment, posing a serious threat to wildlife and ecosystems. It's a sobering thought. The convenience of plastic, its durability and versatility, has a darker side. Every piece of plastic ever produced still exists somewhere, in some form, and it will continue to exist long after we've used it and discarded it. So the next time you reach for a plastic bag, bottle, or straw, think about its persistence, its lifespan that stretches out far beyond our own. And remember, that disposable water bottle you use today might outlive you by centuries. Have you ever thought about how many colors you can see? To most of us, the world is a canvas of millions of colors. But did you know that the average human eye can only distinguish about 1 million of them? And yet some people, through a rare genetic mutation, can see far more than that. Welcome to the fascinating world of tetrachromacy. In the simplest terms, tetrachromacy is a condition that allows certain individuals to see up to 100 million colors. That's right, 100 million. It's like they have a superpower, the ability to perceive a spectrum of colors invisible to the rest of us. But how is this possible? You see, our color perception is dictated by the cone cells in our eyes. Most of us, known as trichromats, have 3 types of cone cells, each sensitive to different wavelengths of light, short, medium, and long. These correspond to the colors blue, green, and red, respectively. By combining the signals from these 3 types of cones, we can perceive a wide range of colors. But tetrachromats, they have a 4th type of cone cell that is sensitive to a different wavelength. This additional cone allows them to perceive an even wider range of colors. It's like they have an extra paintbrush to color their world, giving them access to shades and hues that are beyond our comprehension. Yet tetrachromacy is incredibly rare, with estimates suggesting that only about 12% of women and a far smaller percentage of men have this condition. And even among tetrachromats, not all can fully utilize their extra cone. The ability to tap into this superpower of color perception depends on multiple factors, including the environment and the individual's awareness of their unique vision. So, your perception of color is unique to you, and the world might be even more vibrant than you think. Imagine living in a world that's 100 times more colorful. It's a thought that truly paints a picture of how wonderfully complex our universe is. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned today. We've journeyed through fascinating realms of knowledge, each one more intriguing than the last. We commenced our journey with the unseen universe, a realm far beyond our human perception. There, we discovered that our senses only perceive a minute fraction of the universe. We learned that there are dimensions and particles in existence that remain invisible to us, a thought that truly makes one ponder the vastness of the unknown. From the grandeur of the cosmos, we moved on to the paradox of choice. We examined how having more options doesn't necessarily lead to happiness. Quite the contrary, it often leads to stress, indecisiveness, and dissatisfaction, challenging our conventional wisdom about choices and freedom. Next, we delved into the illusion of time, the subjective nature of our most precious resource. We unraveled how time seems to speed up as we age, and how it can appear to slow down during intense experiences. It's a reminder that our perception of reality is not always an accurate reflection of the truth. We then explored the power of placebo, a testament to the mind's influence over the body. We learned that our beliefs and expectations can significantly affect our physical health, underscoring the importance of mental well-being in our overall health. Our journey then took us to the persistence of plastic, a stark reminder of our impact on the environment. We discovered that a single plastic bag can take up to 1,000 years to decompose, underscoring the urgency of finding sustainable alternatives. Finally, we reveled in the complexity of colors. We learned that the colors we perceive are not inherent properties of objects, but are created by our brains interpreting light in fascinating ways. Remember, there's always more to learn and discover, so never stop questioning and exploring the world around you.